Hey ladies, I thought that maybe I should do cute little vlogs to maybe keep myself a bit more accountable in my reading because I haven't been. So if I sort of just like force myself to talk about it, maybe it'll be like, oh, I should read so I have something to talk about every day. So we'll see how this goes. So I read 155 pages at work today, which made me finish This is Happiness by Neil Williams. Sorry if you can hear my rings hitting my desk. So this is about like a 7-year-old man reminiscing to this one spring when he was 17, after he leaves the seminary and goes back to his very, very rural Irish town where he grew up, where he goes and lives with his grandparents for this spring. And it's just a really quiet, really atmospheric, setting and plot. Well, very minimal plot. Nothing happens. And it's just sort of like this old man just looking back on the fondness he has for, this one spring. And I thought it was just so good. And it's just like a really great story about memory. It like genuinely feels like you're sitting down with this old man and just like, old people just love to talk. It sort of is, it's just like that. Just like they feel like they have all the time in the world to just look back on their life. And I just find it to be so beautiful, and I love that it really slows you down. Like, it took me, like, I don't know, like 10 days to finish this. It's like 400 pages, so, like, that sort of makes sense. But I felt like I didn't need to, like, speed through it, and I think that was maybe the author's intention, because, like, I feel like he really wanted you to savor this, like, journey, instead of just, like, rushing to, the finish line, which is sort of what the story is about. And it's super good. I didn't write my actual review yet, so I don't really know what a star rating I would give it. Maybe like a faux. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I want to read more of this guy. Apparently, he has another book called This is the Child. This is the Child. Time of the Child, I think is what it's called. And I think it is set also in this fictional village. And I think it's like Christmas. And that sounds awesome. Irish Christmas. Oh yeah, and this is a big thing about just like change. The whole plot is like this kid comes back to, his rural town, and they're just getting electricity. This is like in the 50s or whatever, rural Ireland. And I loved that part. I felt like the beginning was a lot more interesting because it sort of talked about how, they had to go all the way to like Finland to get like the wood to get the big electrical poles. And I loved it. I loved the characters. They're so like quirky and interesting, and you have only so much knowledge of these characters just from, his memory. So you just get like weird bits and pieces of like quirky, traits. My favorite one, there's this guy, he does not have a name, he's just called the German. And it's like after World War II, he just like biked all the way to rural Ireland. And he just like got to this town and he just like burst into tears and he's like, okay, I will stay here now. And he just fixes bikes because like they were like, this is the bike guy, so we're just gonna give him our bikes to fix. And the main character's grandfather, he's like, I want to befriend the German because he has no friends and he doesn't like want to talk to anyone. So he like breaks his bike just in order to talk to the German. And it's just like little stories like that that make it so like incredibly charming. Yeah, I really liked it, and I will read more of Mr. Neil, not Niall, One Direction head ass. And look at that cover. Isn't she cute? She's so simple. Look at that spine. Adorbs. Okay. And so, my next book will be Claudia Piñeiro's by Elena. Oh no, it's called Elena Knows. Excuse me, but the author is Claudia Piñeiro. Dink. This is what me, Lauren, and Jenny are reading for our book club. I believe she is a Argentinian author. I don't know. It doesn't say. Okay, it doesn't say. Yeah, totally is. She's Argentinian. And it's Hispanic Heritage Month, so we're like, let's pick, a Hispanic author and get to read. And I don't even know where, because I recommended this. I literally can't remember where. Oh wait, I think I remember where I did find this. It was like YouTuber I watch. He was going through like a book from each country, and I think this was his Argentinian pick. I think it was on the short list of the Booker Prize, International Booker Prize, which I have read a book that was awarded the Booker Prize. I did not like it. But Jenny finished this, and she liked it. I mean, it's a mystery. That's literally all I know. And that it's just like walls of text. That's just like the book. It's just walls and walls of text. So we'll see the speed I can read this at. I have like a week. So I guess I'll keep you updated on that. And last night I stayed up really late and I was going through a list of books from every year, starting from 1900, and making a list. So I want to read a book from every year. Because I've been thinking about, like, I've read so much trash recently. Well, I just read books that aren't really that good. And most of them are contemporary books. But I'm, like, looking back at, like, some of my favorite, like, reading experiences, and I'm like, those classics I read not too long ago went crazy. So I think I just need to read classics. So I thought this would be a fun way to sort of, to do that. So I made a list and I put it in a little wheel, and we're gonna spin the wheel to see what I will get. Isn't that fun, guys? Okay, look at the wheel. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Do you see? Cute wheel. And I'm gonna spin the wheel. What is it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? You can see my face. It's so scary. Oh shit! Piranesi. Oh my god, I actually really want to read that. It's up there. Wow, how exciting. That's actually a short one, so that's kind of baller as fuck. I don't know much about this. I know it was recommended to me by a guy from Capital Books. And I think he also recommended me Tender as the Flesh, which sucks dick. So we'll see if this guy, leads me in the wrong direction. Great. So, 2 books on the locked and loaded. We got Elena Knows, and I will get Piranesi. It's like up there. It's like on the top shelf. I can see it, but I'm not gonna go get it yet. Okay. Vlog 1 down. Okay, bye.